This next gentleman that you're going to meet, Mark Hatton, we also met early on in Canna Pop Up, and another really great guy, an inventor, had an idea to create a device that allows you to consume flower, cannabis, and hemp in a vaporizer. Right now, part of my
Can you just show it?
Problem with vaporizers that it was never a full hit. Well, Mark came up with something that takes care of that. So let me share this with you,
and
then we'll come back and talk about it. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Robert. Hi, Holly. Hi, Robert.
Hi.
So I'm really excited, today to be talking to you and demoing, this unit. We started talking about this, so many months ago, probably over a year at this point, when we first met. So why don't you tell everyone, just to kind of give us, your idea behind this and why you came up, with the idea to do the JarVapor, the jar head.
So I came up with this idea of heating it up and then using the jar to contain the vapor inside, so that basically it's not escaping out. Like people use with maybe burning resins under glass, whatever. This stays right in there. So the concept,
and it's very different because there's no combustion. The plant material does not catch fire at any point. It's just bringing it to the point where what is most important, the medicine that's in the plant, vaporizes, right? So we're going to talk more about this, but I have my unit here on this end. I'm going to turn it on because it takes just a few minutes to heat up. So while it's heating up, we'll chat some more. Let me turn on my jar head cam.
Right, and I just started mine as well.
So I just clicked on the
green button,
the unit. I'm going to bring up your website right now, so you can see, right? You can see the display. Bring this full screen, right? So you can see the display right there, and it's a full display. So that's how you set your temperature. Let's see if we can get it. It's starting to heat. Okay, Alex is telling me it's starting to heat. Let me see if I can.
You can set your own temperature. You can set the duration of your vaporization session, and then it lets you know with a friendly beep when you've hit the right temperature, and then you can start to vaporize and extract the natural vapors from your flower. And then, you can, like I said, you can set a duration for 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever.
For sanitary, Holly and I are quarantined together, so we've swapped spit, as they say. So it's not a problem. But this is kind of like, if you didn't have your own hose and you have an option to have multiple hoses, right? You could use this mouthpiece and everyone would have their own mouthpiece. But it's not a good idea right now to share. So you have what you got right there. So you could have multiple.
Right, and this is also a dual hose coupler that you could put here at the top of the unit and use 2 separate hoses. So let's say you guys were sitting back and watching a Netflix or whatever. You could have a nice hose to extract, and Holly could have a nice hose for her extractions, and you could be relaxed there like that.
What are we up to now, Alex?
260. So see, now you put this on your mouthpiece on, and I guess, can I go ahead and extract now?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Give it a shot. Mine's still heating up. Okay, so the jar is filling, and you're drawing from what's in the jar, and no vapor loss. It's right. It's right there. And this one is about ready as well.
You have these. I have 2 types of caps. Now, the structure of the unit: you've got your base, you've got your display, you've got your control buttons, you have your jar, you have your hose. But this is your heating stack, basically. Okay, and on top of that stack, there is what I call a cap. Okay, so I've got a large cap and a small cap. And this on here, where I've got the small cap because it's just myself. You wouldn't, you don't really need to mess around with the large cap. Well, you could, but by yourself, it'd be too much.
Right. But so now mine has reached temperature. Mine has reached temperature here. I'm going to switch to
let's
to that camera. So we're getting really good vapor out of it now. So this is mine here.
the basic temperature around 320, 3 1/4 typically gets you in a ballpark. And then different strains react differently to different heat. So you have to, depending on their moisture, what have you. So you play with it, but basically if you start there, you're fine. And then you turn the unit on, let it heat up, it'll beep, then you extract your flour and you're good to go.
Well, I love it. I love it. That was actually delicious. Tell us a little bit about the hemp flour that you love.
Oh, okay. This is a product that I got an email from a company called Industrial Hemp Farms. Okay, and I looked up their website, and in the beginning it was kind of interesting because I sort of ordered online from them. So what happened was, everyone has a regular mailman. So that day when I ordered online, I got a different mailman showed up, and I was like, uh-oh. He happened to be someone I sort of knew. So he basically was, because we were doing a COD order, he was like one of the first ones he had to do, and the regular guy wouldn't. He just drops the mail off. So he said, okay, fine, listen. So to this day, we laugh about that. But basically, this company, Industrial Hemp Farms, I've signed up for their affiliate program, and we'll have references on my website that people can go and actually purchase flour from them. But they actually have very, very nice flour. I purchased from them at least 3 or 4 times. And this is what it's called, strawberry cough. And just to tell you how nice, you can take a look. Look how nice this flour came out. Look how pretty that is.
Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful,
That's beautiful. And this thing smells like heaven. It's very, very nice. And the effects, from the CBD hemp flour. A lot of people are like, well, it doesn't do what I want it to do. No, this flour does what you want it to do. You just have to know what you want it to do.
And you know what, Mark? Some of those things, right, are to offer a little bit more calm.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You sleep a little better.
Absolutely, absolutely. You minimize your anxiety, particularly in this, in this time of self-isolation and being inside all the time. You need something to take that edge off, and I think CBD flour is a good candidate to help with that. Like you said, like sleeping and just relaxing, watching Netflix, that type of thing.
And it's really important to understand that this method is so much less harsh on your lungs because there's no heat, there's no burning.
No.
When you empty the cap, when you're done with your session, you're left with almost exactly the same amount of plant material. It's just changed in color. And all of the trichomes have been evaporated.
Economically speaking, you were probably using a lot. Well, I know for a fact that you're using a lot less flour with a jar head than you would using conventional methods similar to rolling joints and things of that nature, or marijuana cigarettes. You could probably use you probably end up using 1/3 of the amount over the same amount of time.
Because you don't have that phenomenon of just it burning and going up in smoke.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
There's a great amount of waste in a lot of the ways people consume their hemp flour and their cannabis.
Okay. This is a home unit. This is not something that you're gonna you pull out and
you're not gonna take it to the park with you,
right? Like you got a big solar array to go with you, whatever. It doesn't draw a lot of energy, but I'm just saying this unit can be private and social at the same time.
Right.
So where I see this going, I see people who are in need of relief from anxiety and stuff like that. Senior citizens that might not want to smoke. Living in once again multi dwelling type arrangements or whatever, they can do this in the comfort of their home. Use this unit with whatever they're using, and not maybe 2 neighbors down might not be a user, that type of thing.
Right. Well, I encourage everyone to visit your website, so that they can see for themselves. At JarVapor.com, you have all of your units there for people to see and experience and get a unit for themselves. It's really a great thing to have. And if you do enjoy and we didn't really stress this enough, but the flavor that you get from from something like this is unlike if you've never tried vaporizing flour. It's something that you really need to try.
Well, I will say that I did share this with, actually socially with another colleague. I'm looking, it won't be name mentioned, but this individual took the first experience. He went like this. He goes, oh my God, it tastes amazing. Because when you're smoking, you're getting the effect. Okay, you definitely, but you don't get that. The flavor does not come out at you like the terpenes, all the different flavors, stuff like that. That is what's being released from this flower once it reaches a certain temperature. Right. And the beauty of this unit is it allows you to work through the spectrum of temperatures that allow certain components, certain CBDs and THCs, or whatever, to be released from the flower based on the temperature.
Well, you have created and invented a magical combination of a plant that we love with a delivery vehicle for a host of really good reasons. So, Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
And before, I would be totally remiss if I did not mention the fact that I look at you two individuals as pioneers in the space. You're in the first Conestoga wagon of many that are going across, taking a journey, taking us all to where we need to be in the world of cannabis. Okay, and you've done it with class.
Thank you, Mark.
And
we appreciate
you for that. I thank you for that.
Well,
thank you.
And thank you.
And that means a lot to us.
We're grateful
because we like you a lot,
and we get to meet people like you.
And you've stuck by us, and we appreciate that. And we hope everyone who's watching this immediately goes and gets their own Jarhead.
Sure, and then feel free to email me, call me, go on the website. I'm available to speak with people.
Great, Mark. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you sharing your invention. Hey, Stu.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
Happy 420 day, guys.
Yeah, happy 420 to you. Were you?
And I'm happy to follow Mark. I have to say, I'm an advocate for his product as well. In fact, while you were chatting with him, let's see if I can move my camera.
There you go.
I was dabbling in with his product as well. So
yeah, no, it's